Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming on as always, Kelk. We're going to go live again on Thursday with Luke as well. Sky Blue Thursday is coming back. Yippee. Something less yippee. We play Newcastle. We'll talk about that later. I think first we talk about the game. That apparently we are more fluid and we are better without Erling Haaland. So I'm going to talk about how fluid we were against Salford, our top side in the Premier League, as you're all aware, multiple times champion of the fourth division. So let's put some respect on their name. That was one of the most boring games I've ever watched. Even Pep came out and said it's a boring game. You know it's bad when the manager says the game is boring and doesn't even explain what he means by it. Like, the game is boring. We all know what he meant. Nobody was going forward. Salford was going forward more than we were. We created one chance in the second half, I think. We created one chance. Yeah. So, and then we scored off a corner, and I want us to score more of corners because I think that's important. I don't want us to be reliant on a corner against a League 2 side. League 1, I'm not sure what league they're in. If we need that against third or fourth division, that's kind of sad. Like just straight up. The way we've played against Salford, I call it I'm too good to be here syndrome. These players think they're too good to be playing against a Salford. What most of these players don't seem to realize is they've been on the bench for time because they're not too good for these games. Cherky, he's been on the bench for a while, and I think deservedly so. Because you see how he's played in big games this season. He's not played one good big game, unless you want to count Spurs. I don't, but if you count that, fair.
Turkey, no, he started big games. He started...
No. He started big games, but he's not played good in them.
Yeah.
He was awful in both games against
United. He started at the Bernabeu.
Yeah. And it was also awful that game. Was awful against Liverpool. This guy has not been good yet in big games. And that's fine. First year here. But then don't act like you're too good to play against Salford. That's where I'm coming from. Like, nobody should be acting like they're too good for any game. But this player who's been out in 11, I think all month. He's not been in the 11 all month. And then you're acting that way against Salford. And all the players on the pitch were the same, except Trafford. Gusnov, I think. Guehi was fine when he came off the bench. Alain. Rodri, when he came off the bench, showed mentality there. Why is our best player in Rodri and Haaland showing more mentality? Haaland didn't play this game, but I'm just saying. Than these players on the pitch who have been benched for time. Tijani Rangers as well. I'm going to let you speak now because I need to fix my chats.
Well, you forgot that the reason our like... We should have built up better in the game because we didn't have Donnarumma there to muck up our buildup. We had James Trafford, so we should have done better, right? That's the narrative from the whole week, is that all of our problems are because of the buildup from Donnarumma, their lack thereof. But we didn't have Donnarumma in there, and we built up nothing. So I just have to shout out some of those people. Just kidding. We're not doing personal stuff. Like, just having friendly banter. That's all there is to it. Because there's been some chaos out there on the internet right now this week. But I totally agree with your Ryan Cherky point. He has, like, when he was playing for Lyon, they had to play little games like this. And were those games beneath him? And that just shows that he still has some growing up to do. And if he really wants to be an elite player, like if he wants to be a Kevin De Bruyne, don't forget, Kevin De Bruyne started a game with Erling Haaland against Luton Town in an FA Cup. And Kevin De Bruyne had 4 assists to Erling Haaland, who scored 5 goals. So was that game beneath one of the all-time great players, Kevin De Bruyne? Was that game beneath Erling Haaland? Do we ever see David Silva phoning it in on games like this? No, he still went out there and did his job. So there is some maturity issues going on there with Ryan Cherky, and I think he will learn, but this is just part of his development. I also think there was kind of a tactical issue going on too. Because a lot of people were kind of complaining that Foden and Cherky were kind of in the same spot. And a lot of people were saying that when Foden subbed off, that gave Cherky more room. And that's when he started creating the chance, like that chance he created. We had that through ball to Semenyo hit the post. Like that was brilliant. And I'd even argue he created that goal that like remember the corner was to Turkey and then he like curved it in and the keeper deflected it straight to Gahey. But that was a brilliant curve, like cross in from Turkey from the left. So I think there is a clogging issue up kind of in that front spot, but I'm actually not going to blame Foden on this. I think the issue kind of is Tijani Reinders, who we've already discussed as like didn't have a very good game, but I think we signed Tijani Reinders to be a physical 8 who plays kind of further back and closer to Rodri, and he's the one kind of linking the play up sort of thing. But unfortunately, he has proven the only place he's not like really useless for us on the pitch is kind of in that 10 role behind the striker. That's when he's kind of scored all his goals and gotten more of his contributions. I know he did look pretty good in that game at the Emirates next to Rodri, but overall, he's just been very soft and very like does nothing off the ball. Like a player, if you're playing in that spot, you need to win duels, you need to tackle people. That's just how kind of this league is evolving. And he has unfortunately done none of it. And so the only way to accommodate him is to kind of push him forward. But unfortunately, we have better players there. Like I think Foden's better in that role than he is. I think Marmoush is better in that role than he is. And I would even argue Ryan Turkey is better in that role than he is. But he still has to play there. And so I thought it was weird that Foden and Turkey were also in that area and they just kind of all kept getting in each other's way. And then, yeah, like we said, everyone's like, yeah, well, Foden came off and then Turkey had the space. But I'm like, but can't you? I think some of that problem is that Tijani's there also. So that's been kind of a missed profile. That's been a bit disappointing. I expected a lot more from Rangers in this game. And then there's also been a lot of discussion about Foden's role on this team. Is he going to kind of take over that role that Bernardo's doing? If that's the case, then he needs to play there. He needs to play with Nico O'Reilly and Rodri. He should not be sitting on the bench. He should be playing in that position now. We should not wait till Bernardo leaves for him to start playing that position. But I know that had nothing to do with the cup game, but some people are just giving Foden way too much crap. And that's my attempt to defend him. But yeah, because I think a lot of people are also just judging Foden on goals and assists now. And if he is going to develop into that role where he is going to be further back, playing more of an 8, he's not going to get as many GNA. And so are we just going to have this endless debate forever about how disappointing he is? I really hope not, because I still think there's quality there. I'm still rooting for the guy, but I didn't see it in the Salford game. The only people who I could really say weren't phoning it in was James Trafford, which sucks for him because it doesn't matter how well he performs. He's the one who's never going to get the start. He's not starting, he's not starting this Newcastle game. He's not starting. I mean, he'll start the cup final, but anything outside of the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, he's not going to start those games. And I thought Aït-Nouri was decent. I'll give Aït-Nouri some credit. Not saying he was great, but he was decent. Yeah,
so apparently the chat is bugged because for some reason it's the Atletico Madrid watch law that's on. I can't fix that while we're live, so it's going to be no chat for the rest of the stream. Yay.
Oh, no.
Well, you can still see like the highlighted chat, but I've got like a chat box on the left, and for some reason it's the Atletico Madrid chat. I can't fix that while I'm live, so no chat for the rest of the stream, but it's not that big of a deal. Anyhow, I agree with you on Foden. I agree with you on Foden. I don't think Foden is washed at all. He had a bad season last year. Call a spade, right? He had a terrible season last year. So then you look at how he's played this year. I think he's been coming back from whatever he had last season to start off with. And then he had 2 or 3 good months. Call it 2.5 good months here. Then he's had, 2 bored months again? There's 3 months left to play. If this guy puts in 3 good months now, then he'll have played 5 good months and maybe 7 months where he's been playing. That is a drastic improvement from last season. And then you can go up that next level again and be that Foden again. But the thing is with Foden, this guy is a system player, in my opinion. That's not a bad thing, because when you've got a manager like Pep who uses very intricate systems, those players are like a godsend. But he struggles when the system isn't perfect, where Erling Haaland will always score, Foden needs that system to be perfect. He will make your system 10 times better because he can do any role within it. But when your system is not just doesn't work well, or there's a lot of new players and they can't play that specific system, it breaks a bit. And you've seen that with Foden, in my opinion. But also, I'm not going to pretend he's been bad all season, because I think Pep Guardiola wants Phil Foden to replace Bernardo Silva. Because you've seen Phil Foden be a lot more pressing than he has been in past seasons, and that will increase. Phil Foden is working out a lot more. He's working a lot more on his fitness, should I say. Not working out per se, but doing cardio. This guy is doing cardio, pumping out the minutes cardio. He wants Phil to be the replacement for Bernardo. Because if you've looked at Phil, he hasn't got a through ball, let's be honest. He's not got that on him. But you know what he's got on him? 30-yard passes. Ridiculously good 30-yard passes. I was talking about it in my watch long. I think it was against Fulham. I can't remember. But he was playing pretty deep in midfield. And I was talking about Foden. I was saying, this guy is dropping a stinker. He can't play a through ball, but he can play a 30-yard pass like no one else in this team. And 5 minutes later, he played a perfect 30-yard pass to Semenyo. Name me one other person in this team who can do that. Rodri?
Probably just Rodri.
Yeah, even then, I don't think Rodri's 30-yard passes are as good as Foden's. They're good, but they're not as good as Foden's.
Yeah.
And that shows me he's a bit too weak to be an 8, let's be honest. But he can work on that. He's 25, 26. He can grow into that more Bernardo Silva type player. He just needs 2 things for me to be that type of player. He needs to have more fucking bollocks, because he's a pussy. Let's be honest. He's a bit of a pussy. He needs to grow that mentality out. And he needs to work on his cardio, which he is already doing. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's well on his path to be the Bernardo Silva replacement. How old was Bernardo when he first arrived? Was he 25, 26?
22?
Was he that young?
He was pretty young, yeah.
Yeah, we
21, 22.
We signed him in 2018.
Also, you bring up something interesting. When is Bernardo Silva's form improved? It was when we started playing 2 physical midfielders, Rodri and Nico O'Reilly. That started carrying. So earlier in the season, when Foden was playing a lot in the middle with Bernardo, the 2 of them combined is just too weak, and the only physical body in there was Nico Gonzalez. Oh shit. Okay, I thought Barcelona just.
Yeah, he was 23 already when we signed him. But the point I'm making, Bernardo Silva, he didn't start starting until he was here for 3 seasons or something. That's about the same age Foden is coming into now. If we're comparing Foden to Silva, I think he's way ahead of Silva at the same age. Players develop at different rates, I'm aware. But if we're talking about a winger who scored a lot of goals, who's being put into a midfield suddenly, okay, he doesn't have the killer pass to be a 10. He can't be the second striker because we've got too many players for that role. So you keep pushing him back and you put him in that 8 role. I think he's got the ability to be that goal-scoring 8. Just very good in tight spaces. Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to deny that. Solid dribbling on him to get out of iffy situations. A system player, he can do any system. You just need to ingrain the system into him, and he's quick on that because he's intelligent. All he needs is that cardio and is to stop being a pussy. That's the only 2 things. As far as that is concerned, that is something you fix over the summer, in my opinion. I don't think Foden is washed at all. I think his role has changed because the team has changed, but his quality hasn't changed. It's just he plays now in a deeper role, and he's going to take some time to get used to that. This was supposed to be a transition season. At the start of the season, no one predicted us to win the Premier League. Okay, we're in it now because Liverpool fell off. Go and win it. But remember, this was supposed to be a transition season. These players and this manager were not expecting to fall their way into a title race. They were expecting to be nowhere near it at this point. Now we're in a title race, having the long-term plan in September being finish top 4 and go win a cup. That was our long-term plan. Now, that long-term plan, that's not going to work with a title race. So we're going to have to change. We're going to have to adapt. We're going to have to play good, and your goals can change in a season. We found our position here. It's a very good position to be in. Now go do something with it, but also be reasonable. Don't go after these players. Don't kill them for things that nobody could have predicted. Nobody could have predicted us being in this position and us needing to turn it up to level this soon. Nobody. If you say you did expect it, you're lying.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, like I said, put Phil Foden in that role next with Nico O'Reilly and Rodri behind him, who are going to take a lot of those hits that Phil Foden has been taking and struggling with because he's a small guy. See how he performs. I bet you anything he does what Bernardo does, and he does it better because he's a much better goal scorer.
And
but we won't see it. That's the thing. Phil Foden is just once again going to be sacrificed again. And how is Phil Foden supposed to improve if Pep is benching him, and he's benching him for his favorites? We all know we all know what's going to happen here.
He's not benching Foden, though, is he? Foden has started. He started the last 3 games.
I don't remember where he started, but
no. I think Foden has been benched.
He started the Fulham game and the Salford game. He didn't start at Anfield, though. He didn't even play at Anfield. No, he didn't play. He didn't even come off the bench. It was Turkey.
It was the Newcastle
game. That's
game.
where this debate came. Now it's, is it Foden or is it Turkey? And I'm like,
it was the Newcastle game.
Remember when we were cooking and we had that 8-game win streak in all comps? That was when Foden and Turkey were playing together and they were feeding off of each other. And they were like, Turkey kept assisting Foden. And I think Foden might have assisted Turkey once. Yeah, I think Foden did. Foden assisted Turkey on that Leeds United goal. Or no, it was Turkey to Foden for the Leeds United goal to win that game. So I think there is definitely some developing to be happen. There's a body that needs to be removed from our midfield so that those two can get in there and thrive. That won't happen till the end of the season, though. But I mean, it's just sad because we could be using this time to develop them. I'm still not so sure about the league title. So for me, it's like, if you're not going to win the league title, I want this time spent on getting ready for next season. And it sounds like what we're going to do is we're not going to get ready for next season. We're going to go for the league title. And if we come up short, then we've just almost wasted our time.
Yeah, but if you win the league title, then are you going to say we wasted our time?
And then I'm not going to say anything.
Hindsight is easy. I never say things if we don't, then because hindsight is easy. Listen, these decisions at the top of the club are not made thinking what if. Yeah, you don't win titles by thinking about what you might regret later. You don't say maybe we should have taken an extra season to develop. You say, you know what, fuck it, we're here and we're gonna win it. You don't leave room for regrets when you go chase a title. If you don't get there, you don't get there. You don't leave room for regrets because look at Arsenal. Look at that club. They've got regrets. We should have spent more in the treble season. Man City's treble season, of course. We should have spent more again in the summer after the treble. We shouldn't have taken 24-25 for our transition. We should have waited a year. When you just carry those regrets over into every next season, you look like a team that's ready to crumble every season. Because you're carrying last season with you. You can't carry last season with you. Last season is done. It's the past. The treble is the past. I agree with that with people who say that. Last season is past. We are not shit anymore. That was last season. Last season, we could have been in the second division. Now we're in the title race. It doesn't matter what last season was.
Last season was a season to be developing more players, but we completely failed on that transfer window, unfortunately. Didn't bring anybody in. We brought in Savinho, and then we brought back Ilkay Gundogan. That was the season we should have brought in the midfielder, like an actual midfielder who's going to be a long-term part of this team. But obviously, again, like you said, hindsight. It's just frustrating, but
well,
I do think we're brewing something very special, and I just really and so I do. So I think that we can carry it on to next season, but we still need a couple of pieces. I do think we just need another physical midfielder, since Pep has pretty much denounced that he's ever going to play Nico G and Rodri. My dream is dying, but
yeah, but
I'm still going to hold out hope.
Yeah, but
Nico O'Reilly has looked amazing there, but
it's a tank
we have to protect him at some point. because he is very young and he's played a lot of minutes. So I'm a little nervous about him. And it's looking likely that he might go to the World Cup. So it is going to be imperative that we bring in a body in the summer, because I could see him being very fatigued next season just because he's so young in his development. And I always get nervous about that. I feel like there's a lot of English players that have just been burnt to the ground like Bukayo Saka is a good example. Jude Bellingham, those kids played like thousands of minutes as teenagers. And look at Saka, right? Saka looks washed up at age 24. Like, he looks awful. I think I was reading somewhere Mickey Van de Ven has the same goal contributions as he does, and he's a center back. I'm being gaslit that this guy's the best winger in the league. No, he's looking terrible.
He's not even the best winger at his club anymore.
Who are you taking over him?
Trossard at the moment.
Yikes. Best winger on the league is has washed up Trossard on his tail. Wow, that is a yikes. Actually, one of the best wingers in the league, I think.
But by the way, speaking of the best winger in the league, this has nothing to do with anything we were talking about, but I was arguing with a Barcelona fan about this. So now you have to argue about it too. Ryan Cherky is a better winger than Yamal, I said.
Ooh.
Because here's the thing, yeah? What does Yamal actually offer outside of GA?
What does Cherky really... I mean, it's creative.
He calms down a game. He'll come into midfield. He'll calm down a game. He'll determine the tempo of a game.
He does have the tempo set, yeah. I'd say that. Just to go back on the Cherky development, he needs to get better off ball. That's where Foden is kicking his butt right now. And Foden will probably play more because of him, because of how hard he works off the ball.
Yeah, I agree. He needs to get better off the ball, but relevant to the Cherky against Yamal thing, Yamal is not good off the ball.
And she is skinned alive here.
Yamal isn't good off the ball. Yamal's only real input is GA. You'll rarely progress the ball and then do something else and cross it in or shoot it up.
He's an elite dribbler, though.
No, he is, but so is Doku. And I'd say Doku.
That's all Doku does, though. Doku is terrible at pressing, terrible at tracking back.
That's the thing with Yamal.
Oh, there's Victor Hayes. Nice to recover. Nice job from Victor Hayes here in defense. Sorry, I'm watching Barcelona and Girona are playing, so that's why my eyes keep darting up and down, and I probably look like a weirdo.
Yeah.
But we're doing our Victor Hayes scout along. Right now, did not start the game.
All Yamal provides right now, though, however good he is, all he provides at the moment is GA. Cherky provides more than that, and he's got better GA records. Which is a little dick at Yamal, yeah, because he's the most talented player in the world.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Much harder league.
He may be the most talented player in the world, but that don't make you the best. Eden Hazard had way more talent than Lionel Messi. Was Eden Hazard ever better than Messi? No, he wasn't, because he didn't take football serious. So I'm just saying, yeah, just because Yamal's the most talented, don't make him the best. Like those two things are very different. People who wanted Haaland benched are stupid, says Rosa. Strikers are never to blame for being isolated.
Again. Also,
the YouTube chat always works, but I meant like my chat feed itself.
Oh, yeah. No, it seemed like it wasn't working for a while, but I just see some new ones got added on. Or the new one. Maybe people just weren't commenting. I don't know.
Out a bit. Your audio is cutting out a bit.
Is it better now?
No, it's like delayed a bit.
Here, I'll leave and come back.
Yeah. Okay, Kelkster, Sinker, and Hooked, guys. I don't agree with that it's stupid. Maybe they don't understand football. That's true. I also won't say strikers are never to blame for being isolated. Take Havertz, for example. He's very good at hiding behind a referee. He will run behind the referee so he doesn't get the ball. So I won't say they're never to blame, but I'll do 9 out of 10 times. It's not the striker's fault when they're isolated. It's everyone else's fault. And like that's football 101, really. Welcome back, Kelkster. Does your audio work now?
Does it? You tell me.
It works brilliantly. There you go.
Okay.
I have no idea what you were saying.
Maybe that helped.
I have no idea what you were saying before because your audio cut out. So can you repeat that?
Oh, I just said I turned my VPN off. Maybe that
No. I mean before you rejoined.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't really saying anything.
You
had just mentioned HAALAND, and I was gonna do another Donnarumma joke, but
go on, make it.
just well, I mean, the reason why we struggled to score is it's all Donnarumma's fault, because it's terrible buildup. It's like, oh, maybe that's not the issue. Maybe just maybe that's not the issue. Maybe we're just
no. I'm still waiting.
That was just not a good team.
I'm still waiting for the L Nobbins video or stream or whatever he does explaining on how Donnarumma caused us to lose control over this game. I'm waiting. We will be there.
I have no horse in this fight. I'm not. I enjoy Nobbins' content. That's all I'm really gonna say. I'm not taking sides in this battle.
No. I'm taking an active side.
Big up Nobbins. I almost said something. Never mind.
Kelk is out of this, but I do pick a horse in this fight because I think L Nobbins, brilliant as he is brilliant. He's a bit of a cunt. He can't handle disagreements very well. Brilliant as he is. Whenever people disagree with him, he's a cunt about it. Big up Darcy.
I am not associated with that opinion. I just a disclaimer before I get any hate.
Big up Sigma Gandhi, that's the name. Arsenal are winning the quadruple this season. Don't get knocked out by Mansfield. That is the most we get knocked out to Mansfield type of take. I've seen Liverpool fans say they're going to win the treble and then lose to Argyle. Remember that, play with Argyle. They were going to win the treble, they said. Yeah, after Argyle. Maybe a slight exaggeration, but I know what you mean, but I disagree with the take. Never the striker's fault. Earl GT are going trophyless. Beautiful. Gyökeres will win the Golden Boots. How many goals is Gyökeres on? 8?
I don't know. I don't think he's perfect. I don't think he's scored a goal against a team in the top 10. Like his goals are against like Forest, Leeds United, and like Burnley or something. Like just something. I think 4 of his goals are against Leeds United. I'm like, okay, best striker in the world, eh?
Yeah, I've no idea. Mikel Arteta will go down as the greatest manager of all time once he wins the quadruple.
Oh, wow.
Short.
We have to give him credit. He made his first cup final in 5 years. As all GOAT managers do. They take a few years off to hibernate and then,
Have you ever finished second?
We were shit last season and we made a cup final.
Have you ever finished second place in the can I read? Have you ever finished second place 3 years in a row? No, that's something reserved for you. Have you ever finished second place 4 times in a row? I don't think anyone has done that ever.
No, but we have finished first 4 times in a row.
Oh, interesting. Who finished second place twice there?
Yeah, we were Premier League champions for 1,000 consecutive days. Over 1,000. It was pretty damn close. Pretty neat. That's a pretty neat stat right there.
That's an awesome stat. That's the longest anyone's ever been champion of England, but I digress. Real Madrid has somehow been champion of Europe for longer than that. Big up to Madrid and their
when they had 3-peated the UCL.
5-peated.
Oh, Girona are just under the cosh right now. Barcelona are just smothering them.
Real Madrid 5-peated.
What a save! What a save from Ter Stegen.
Ter Stegen plays for Girona.
He's at Girona now. Fermin Lopez just.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that just happened in January. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I saw him play. Who was it against?
He looks taller. And he is getting a little thicker too. So he's bulking up a bit. So that's good for his development.
Who were we playing against? I can't remember. Or not we, but Girona. Ter Stegen made us save late in that game, and I was like, wait.
I was watching that game. I forgot who it was against.
I can't remember either.
Say hello. She's
big up Katniss.
Can you say hi?
Big up Katniss. Anyhow, we've talked about the Salford game a bit, mostly about the play. It's not really the game. Do you have anything to say about the game itself? Not the players, maybe the manager. I don't have anything negative to say about Pep. I think that's just a player issue. Do you have anything to say about the game itself?
Yeah, I mean, I figured that was kind of going to be the lineup. It was a very strong lineup. Yeah, I don't think Pep set up wrong or anything like that. I just think the players really struggled to break down a really tight low block, and I was kind of disappointed. We had to bring some starters. We had to bring Gahey and Rodri and Semenyo on, and Nico O'Reilly. It does show how like much better we are with Nico O'Reilly, and that's a lot of credit to the player. There's an interesting debate kind of starting to brew about young player of the season. I think for a while it looked like Turkey was going to be pretty spot on for that, but Nico O'Reilly's emergence could cause them to split the vote. I don't really know who else has been pretty outstanding in the league. I think Kusanov could have even been in that conversation, but he just doesn't play enough minutes. Also, that game did completely change when Max Alain got injured. That just changed the whole. Something it was just off because Rico Lewis had to go to right back, and he doesn't do anything there. And we kind of like Elaine and Gahey, or not, sorry, Elaine. Who was Elaine started? Oh, John Stones. Elaine and Stones is actually pretty good for building up from the back. And so Husanov does have a good long ball in him, though, but he's still kind of learning that side of the game. And we just weren't creating any chances. Interesting. John Stones, nice appear. Oh, Girona could have just scored. The guy slipped. Oh, that's so disappointing.
It'd be fucking hilarious if Barcelona lost after they got destroyed midweek.
Oh, Atletico, they got beat 3-0 to I think a relegation.
Yeah, I know. That was
like, what is this? Football. Who is this team?
Rayo Vallecano, they're a Madrid team as well. That was a Madrid derby.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't keep track of the Spanish teams very well. I don't really watch. The only time I watch La Liga is if I'm doing a Girona scout along.
I was licking my lips.
I just don't care about La Liga. I just don't.
I
know Barcelona has a lot of really good players, but I just don't watch a lot of them. Oh, I catch a game of theirs every year. I did watch the derby between or the cup game. It's not a derby. I don't know why I said derby. The cup game between Atletico and Barcelona. I can't hate watch Arsenal anymore. Every time I hate watch them, they win. And so when I don't watch them, they tend to drop points,
my hate watchers this season have been the Community Shield game. I hate watch Liverpool. I did it in my priest suit. I need to bring back that priest suit. That was biblical.
Nice.
Liverpool lost that game. I hate watched Arsenal against Brentford. I've not done that many hate watches though this season.
We tried doing a couple of them and they all turned out terrible.
Yeah. I've done a few.
I retired.
I've done a few,
I just
but
retired from it.
Yeah. This guy, by the way. Arsenal fans. Yeah, Arsenal fans wondered. Arsenal fans wondered.
Oh my god! Did you know that? I was gonna say, man. He said. Declan Rice is gonna win the Ballon d'Or. I was like.
Oh, did he say? Yeah. I've got it on my screen actually. Beautiful. Declan Rice is gonna win the Ballon d'Or. Yeah.
No, he's not. No. I'm just gonna flat out say no, he's not.
No, Arsenal fans.
Even if England win the World Cup, Harry Kane will win it because Harry Kane is a ton of GNA, and he's clearly gonna win the
striker bias, so. And it. Arsenal fans wondered that they wondered why nobody likes Arsenal fans, but then they do. But then they act like that, like come on. Never have I seen a Liverpool fan, a Chelsea fan, no team ever, except Arsenal. It's always Arsenal. And then people wonder, why does nobody like Arsenal fans? It's because you're stupid.
I think they just don't realize just how unplayable Rodri was for like 18 months straight. Because I think part of that Ballon d'Or bias was because of what he did before, which is he literally won the Champions League. He was the guy who got the goal to win the Champions League. He was voted player of the tournament for the entire Champions League. And he was man of the match in the final. Like, that's huge. Then the following season, he got 25 GNA club and country as a DM, which is unheard of.
Which also, by the way,
he was player of the tournament in the Club World Cup that we won that year. So he won he won the tournament. We won that, and he got the player of the tournament. Then Spain won the Euros, and he was voted player of the tournament in that competition as well. I know everyone's like, well, he had to sub off in the final. I'm like, do you remember why he got injured? Is because he literally blocked Harry Kane's shot and he injured himself. But he literally stopped Harry Kane from scoring a goal.
He also clearly controlled that final because the moment he came off, Spain
it became a basketball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like ran that whole season for him was just a joy to watch. Like he was so good during he just runs a game so well. I love a tempo setter like that. And he was doing a few tricks here. Remember the step over at Newcastle? He had big goals and he had they were in big moments too. Like just of course I'm spacing out right now, but he was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Like I just have not seen a 6 do that. And if you want to talk about it, because Declan Rice plays as an 8, I can name you a bunch of other 8s or 6-8 hybrids who are way better than he is. I think Bruno Guimaraes is having a better season than him because he's doing all the off-ball stuff, but he's scoring goals. And his big chances created they're from open play. They're not from corners and set pieces. I think Pedri is better than he is. I think Vitinha is having a really good, the PSG are kind of hoeing. Vitinha looks great. Yao Neves is kind of that 6-8 hybrid. I think he's been very good this season. Tonali is very good.
Tonali
these are all players that I would.
I can't lie. Tonali is so overrated. I
still like him. I like him. So that's a handful of midfielders that I just named who I think are having better seasons than Declan Rice is.
I don't fully agree. I do think Declan Rice is a good player. He's just on the Ballon d'Or. The problem is
he's a defensive player, and I don't. For me, it depends on what you're looking for.
The problem
I like players who create chances.
The problem is he's being put in these conversations with the likes of Rodri. When you get put in the conversation with Rodri, you're going to look like shit. That's the problem. I don't look at Declan Rice as a rival to Rodri or
he'll never be anywhere
close. 8 because that's not his level. But I just look at every player separately.
Rodri's a better 8 than he is because Rodri played a lot of an 8 as an 8 in his Ballon d'Or win. Much better. He was scoring goals. He was creating chances. He was progressing the ball forward.
Yeah, but again, I'm not comparing Declan Rice to Rodri. I look at every player separately because if you look at comparison is the thief of joy. There you go.
Ooh, is that a penalty? That's not a penalty.
I don't know. Penalty
I gave him a dive for simulation. What a bunch of crap.
Penalty for who?
His ref is Victor Hayes just got booked. I gotta watch this again. Really nice, and Victor Hayes progressing the ball forward there. Actually, that's actually quite good.
John Stones 2.0.
He looked pretty nice, but he got tripped outside of the box, and the ref booked him for diving. He definitely got tripped though. It wasn't. Oh, can you stop chewing on the light? Go away. This cat is going crazy. I was away for the weekend, so she's kind of coming. She's kind of just being very give me attention. Give me attention. I'm like, go away. Oh, no, never mind. I got that wrong. It was Barcelona who got booked. Okay, so Barcelona got booked and it's a free kick to Girona at the edge of the box. Okay, justice is served. I thought they were giving a dive to Victor Hayes, and I was like, oh, hell no.
Anyhow, Rosa says, we have a good crop of players, but where is the team? Yeah, I'm not going to say there's no symmetry and there's no connection or anything like that, but it's not complete. And I think that's just because the players are new. I don't think it's that deep. I just think most of the players are new. Tijani is new. Cherki is new. Gonzalez is relatively new. He's starting to get there, but he's also still new. This is his first full season. He's a backup
too. He's not going to start.
Yeah. It's his first full season. Semenyo is new. Guehi is new. Who else? Alain is new. Well, it's not new, but Alain is not new, but he's new to the first team.
He's not going to be on the team next year. He'll leave.
Yeah, maybe. Nuri is new.
Husanov is new.
Yeah, Husanov is new. All these players are new. O'Reilly, again, he's from the academy, but in third team, it's new. Like,
Mhm.
it's that simple. They're new. I don't think it's that deep. I think it's just the players that are new. That's why they don't function as a team. I think, player for player, we have the best team in the world by a country mile. I'm not even kidding. I think we've got the best swinger in the world, and Ryan Cherky. I think he's better than Jamal. Or not more talented before the Twitter tactical starts going off on that, but as a complete player right now, Cherky is better. He's the best winger in the world at the moment. Maybe Olise or maybe Rafinha, but I'd pick Cherky. We have the best striker in the world. We have the best overall midfield in the world, I think, with Rodri, Gonzalez. That's the best 6
Nico
backup
Riley.
in the world. O'Reilly, a very solid left back, a very good midfielder. Muri,
Foden.
one of the best left backs in the world. Matthijs. We have so many top
We're
players.
stacked now, yeah.
But
Yeah,
most
we
of
are,
these
we have
guys are
become
new.
stacked.
But most of these guys are new, or a lot of these guys. And when they're new, they're not going to click because they've not had time to click. It's like building a car. You can't just throw all the pieces at a mechanic's foot and say, where is my car? You need to give him time to put the car together. We've not had that time. It's that simple. That's not an excuse. We need to go win trophies this season. But as far as being a team goes, they're new. I don't think it's that deep. I just think they're new.
Yeah, and I think it's very clear that hardly anybody knows the tactics. You can see it. Like, they don't know where to be. Like, I think that's something Tijani is still kind of learning. I'm not ready to give up on him. And even even in that game on Saturday, like, he was just never in the right place. And that's, it was also a rotated team. So, like, in the past when we've rotated, a lot of these they've all played together for 5 or 6 years. And in Semenyo's case, he's not even been here 5 weeks. I think that was like Gahey's like 5th game for the club. It just takes time. And I think a lot of us thought it was going to go faster than it was. I know I'm very guilty of that. And it's very clear that when you watch the game, there's only 1 or 2 players who really know the tactics. And I think that is another reason why Bernardo is looking better than I think he's performed. He's the only one who knows the tactics. Nobody else knows them as well as he does. He's had 10 years of experience on it.
Yeah, and that's
just part of it.
That's also why he's captain. Because, by the way, I wanted Bernardo to go. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. But that's also why he's captain. Because he knows the tactics. It's not that deep. He knows the tactics. That's why he's captain. It's not this. Oh, Pep thinks he's the best player in the squad. That's not it. Oh, Pep thinks he's a better leader than Rodri. That's not it. He knows the tactics. It's that simple.
Oh, that is not a penalty.
Penalty
Are they
to
giving
who?
a penalty? Wow, that's bullshit.
Penalty to who?
La Liga for you. Also, I would say another caveat to this season is I think a lot of us thought Rodri would be more fit at this point, but he was so severely mismanaged by the club and the manager. I'd say even through the summer, he just played too much at the Club World Cup. He played too much at the beginning of the season. He played when he was in pain and he shouldn't have been playing. And that he probably didn't I would not remember the Brentford game is when he got injured and missed 3 months of a hamstring injury. Obviously I'm not a doctor of the player or whatever, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to adjust how he plays because his knee was hurting. So he's trying to not hurt his knee and that caused something else to go, like a chain reaction. So he had to miss all that time. He's looking a lot better now. I feel like game by game, you can see the difference. And I'm like, the quality is still there. Rodri has it still, and I think we should be doing everything we can to keep him next season. Give him that new contract.
Calc, I agree with what you've said about the summer. I don't think he should have been playing in the summer, but I can tell you've never done your knee by what you're saying, because once you do your knee, it's never the same. Yeah, you are going to injure your other parts of the body once you do your knee, because you need that time to adjust. I know you've never done your knee because of.
I actually have. I've had a meniscus
ACL.
Injury. No, meniscus.
Yeah,
I had a meniscus tear when I was 16, and I had to get it surgically repaired.
Meniscus alone is not that bad. Meniscus plus, well, it is bad, but not compared to if you do your ACL.
Oh, did Jamal missed a penalty? There you go. You're telling him how shit he is. He missed the
I didn't say he was shit. I said he's not the best winger in the world.
The best winger in the world hits that penalty. Yeah, the Girona crowd is.
He is the 4th best winger in the world.
Fair.
I didn't say he's shit.
Ahead of him.
Did I put who ahead of him?
Bukayo Saka ahead of Yamal.
He's not even top 30 right now.
Oh, he just hit it off the post. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I put Harry Wilson above Bukayo Saka at this point. He's had a woeful season.
Oh, burn. Yeah,
Harry Wilson,
not
by
too
the way.
bad
Harry
for
Wilson
Fulham.
is a mad, disrespected player, by the way. I've been saying for time this guy is so underrated. Jared Bowen as well.
Jared Bowen.
Jared Bowen, Harry Wilson, Harvey Barnes actually has really stepped up this season. Anthony Gordon has kind of fallen off this season, actually.
He's been terrible.
Yeah. Usually he's one of the better players.
I've heard from Steve on Anthony Gordon. He's done with that guy.
Normally he's one of the better players, but I don't know, it's just fallen off.
Yeah.
We need this season to gel this side, but I agree. We needed this season to get all these signings. And again, if we can go back to last season, in the summer of 24, I said it's a mistake when we signed Gundogan. I had a video, I ranted about it, I said this is a mistake. It wasn't hindsight, I said it's the moment we signed him. Today it was confirmed. I said we needed a proper midfielder, Gundogan's washed, I said. I said we needed an extra midfielder. I said we needed this, that.
Yeah.
I went on my rants during that summer. And then most of what I said ended up happening. Okay, sure. We needed to get in place now. We shouldn't need this season to gel. But what I said just 20 minutes ago, that's last season. If the treble is the past, last season is also the past. I think both things are true. The treble is in the past. Stop talking about the treble. I mean, you can still talk about the treble, but I'm not saying stop using the treble as an excuse.
Those players are not the same players, except for Haaland, and Haaland's probably about the only one who kept his form. Everyone else dropped off. Foden dropped off, unfortunately. Rodri only dropped off due to injury. He cooked the season after the treble, but and Bernardo Silva's dropped off a lot, and so have Stones and Ake and all them. Yeah, everyone else left.
As I'm saying, the treble is in the past. People need to stop bringing up the treble in conversations about right now. You can bring up the treble, fair. You can talk about the treble, you can celebrate it, that's fair. But when people are talking about right now, don't bring up the treble. However, also do not bring up last season was shit. I know last season was shit. We were shit when I started watching football in the late 2000s, early 2010. We were shit then, bro. You think we were any good in 2009, 2010? No, we weren't. If our fan base had to watch 2010 Man City, they'd jump off the highest building they could find, bro. We've been shit in the past, yes. But that's the past. Stop talking about it. It's not. We're now here. We're not in the treble. We're not in the second division or the third division. We're here. We're in a title race, and we look at what we have right now. We look at the tools we have. We look at Arsenal who are bottling it at the moment, and we say, "Go on, win a league title. We're in a position. We didn't expect to be here." But we are here. Go on, do something.
Yeah, it remains to be. I mean, yeah, it's crazy that we're in all four comps. Usually we sack off the Carabao Cup, but I think this was the season to go for it. And then now we're back in the final, so I'd love to bring that home. But yeah, it's just going to be interesting, like to see who he plays going on. I have a feeling Tijani's not going to be playing a lot. I just have a feeling that Pep is, he's going to settle on this team. I think it'll be, for now, it'll probably be Nunes, Diaz, Gehi, Aït-Nouri. We'd have a real conundrum on our hand if Joshko wasn't injured, because I don't know. We might not have even signed Gehi, but that's going to be an interesting thing next season, because I don't think Aït-Nouri deserves to be benched next season. He's been very good. But what are you going to do? I don't know what you're going to do with those three center backs. I think the midfield is just going to be the midfield, as much as I don't want to see that midfield. I think it will be Rodri, Nico, Riley, and Bernardo Silva. I still think Foden should be starting the games, and he could sub off and Bernardo subs on for him to see the game out. But I know that's not going to happen, so I just need to shut up about it. It'll be interesting what happens when Doku is back, because does he bench Semenyo and play Turkey?
Why would
Doku bench? But also Doku could just take himself out of the team again, because he's picking up a lot of these injuries, and once he gets one, he tends to get more. So, because Doku does bring something very different to the team, but he is really struggling with his fitness right now. He said that 2 back-to-back injuries.
It's those ankles,
So
and it's
for him, my concern is their muscle injuries. He's very young to be having this many muscle injuries. It came up. I got told I have an agenda on him because I worried about his injuries, and I made the list was massive, and a lot of it was muscle injuries. And what makes him so good is that explosion. But if he keeps getting muscle injuries, he's going to lose that. And then what does he have? That's his defining attribute is like his dribbling and and because of that explosion. So it's a long-term concern for me. And if he can't prove his fitness, I would not feel comfortable giving him a new contract. I personally wouldn't, because we've already seen that for many players in the past, including one who is currently sitting on our bench getting $250K a week, playing 5 games a season, just about, it feels like. So, I mean, those are long-term issues, but I mean, yeah, I went on a really random tangent there. Sorry. But it'll be interesting to see when he comes back what our team looks like. I think if it's going to be a low block, you have to play both him and both Daku and Turkey, because we just really are struggling against low blocks, and we don't have a lot of creativity on our team, and you have to look for any kind of edge. Someone was asking me in my chat, they're like, Salford game, like, are you sure we missed Bernardo Silva? And I was like, no, we don't miss him. What's he going to do against a low block? Pass backwards? Like, he's not going to help in that specific game.
No, but Bernardo Silva will not allow these players to walk around like twats, like they've done. Like Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Haaland, they don't allow that type of behavior. Bernardo Silva in particular, and by the way, this is not a defense of Bernardo Silva. He's been shit. I wanted him to go, but he's played a few good games, and I'll give credit to it. It's due. He played brilliant against Liverpool at Etihad. So he's had his good games, and one thing he's good at is he's good at directing players. When Matheus Nunes first played in that right back slot, Bernardo Silva was with him the entire time. He was pointing where Nunes had to go. He was pointing when to go back. He was holding up his hand when Nunes needed to go backwards. Bernardo Silva is directing these players. So that is what a captain does. He directs his team without losing focus on himself. Even when Bernardo has played poorly, and when I don't want him starting some of these big games, Bernardo would not allow these players to play the way they did. Because the way they did is just, I'm too good to be here. You don't play that way when your captain is saying, go do this, go do that, and when your captain is putting in the effort. Because when you leave your captain isolated, that just tells the manager you're not in it for the team. Whereas if you're just playing shit against a random team and nobody cares, then it's like, nobody cares, it's not a big deal. So having a captain there who does raise the level, who does demand more, does matter. I think we would have won 3-4-0 even if Bernardo Silva didn't touch the ball and he was on the pitch. Because he would have just told these people, you're on the bench all season. Tijani, you've been on the bench half the season. Sherky, you've been eating bench for the last few games. Stones, you're still alive. You lot are playing like this. Bro, you lot are not playing the next game if you're playing like this. Don't be surprised if Cherky has his ass on the bench again. Because the way they play, it's not the quality, yeah? It's the I'm too good to be here. That is the worst thing you can see in a player. If it was Lionel Messi, I won't care. I never want to see a player with the I don't want to be here attitude. And no, that does not apply to Haaland because he stands around, because that's what he's told to do. So what I'm talking about what I'm talking about is not making the run when you're supposed to, playing at low intensity, not trying to pass the ball around. When you do have the ball, just going sideways because that's easy. Not bothered to go at when you're defending. I'm not going to bother running back much. But these players are not tired. They've been on the bench. They don't have that excuse of being tired. They've been on the bench. So that is unacceptable. And I think a captain does fix that to some degree. It doesn't have to be Silva. It can be Rodri. And we saw when Rodri...
I don't know if I buy that.
When Rodri came on...
We could have used some of that at the Derby away and at Villa away when nobody did anything.
Yeah,
I'm
but
pretty sure our
that's
captain was on the pitch during those games.
no. But that's different, Cal. Come on, we both know that's different because in that derby we were just outclassed.
Spurs
We were
away.
tactically outclassed, completely outclassed tactically. Spurs away, we threw the game.
Chelsea at home.
Yeah, but that's the
Brighton at
lack of
home.
trying. That's just bottling, which is not a
Oh,
good
we got
thing.
well again. I just
No,
I think
because what you're comparing bottling a game, which is a bad thing, but you're comparing bottling a game to not bothering to try. That's two different things.
you think we tried at Villa away.
Yeah, but Pep just changed the lineup so in the end it didn't work.
Once again, no DM. We never have a DM at Villa Park, ever.
No
Past
DM,
3
no
seasons.
party.
I guess so.
Maybe we can beat Aston Villa at Villa Park if we have a DM. Maybe that's a solution.
I don't know. The last time we had a DM there, we drew.
We need to put 3 DMs on the pitch against Aston Villa.
I mean, he's kind of doing that recently. Or is that what we're calling Nico O'Reilly? I don't know. I do think that the whole reason that midfield
Gonzalez,
Nico
O'Reilly,
guy.
Gonzalez, O'Reilly, already in our next game at Villa Park. It will be biblical.
Well, it might be Elliot Anderson, according to rumor and innuendo. We don't know yet, but I know we're heavily linked to him. We'll see what happens in the summer.
Is there any Man City player you hate, by the way? There is one. I don't hate a lot of people. The type of people I hate are the people who are very scummy. Like, I don't hate people over football. If you're shit at football, you're shit at football. Listen, I'm shit at football.
Actually here on the team who's scummy? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's one person, Calvin Phillips. He's so scummy. He's so obviously scummy. The way he acts in front of a camera versus the way he acts when he doesn't know the camera is on him, it's fucking night and day. I can't stand that. When you try to be the good person in front of the camera, and then you don't know the camera is on you, but just acting like a cunt. I can't stand that. He's always rubbed me off wrong. Ever since he's been acting that way ever since the treble season when Pep called him fat. Because, well, he didn't say he was fat, he said he was overweight.
Calvin Phillips.
So Calvin Phillips, I can't stand him. He's clearly here for the money. Like any player who has self-respect and wants to go would say, yeah, I'll take a pay cut at this point. I've been on the bench for 2 years. This guy is not bro.
Yeah, he's just
he's
collecting that 20 million or whatever he's owed.
Scummy player. He's the only player at Man City that I think is scummy. I hate him. For the rest, you can be shit. I can want you out, but I don't hate him. Like, I don't know these guys as well. Like, I don't know Savio, do I? I'm not talking to Savio. When I see Savio on camera, I don't see him being fake. Like I don't hate this.
Yeah, there's nothing to hate there.
Yeah.
I have the things that bothers me is when you're constantly flirting with leaving, like somebody has been for the past 5 years, and I really I've lost some respect. I have not warmed up to Mateus Nunes. He's slowly starting to break me in, but I really don't like how he left Wolves. That just rubs me the wrong way when a player just throws a tantrum and refuses to honor their contract and skips training. So I just never really warmed up to him that season. He felt like a complete passenger to me. He is starting to win me over because I did not see his turnaround. Like, I thought he was not good when we signed him. I thought that was a bad midfield signing. But to his credit, he's worked very hard and he's become a very good fullback. Surely through hard work, not through any natural talent of his, I don't think. So I have to give him credit for that, but I still am just not fully on board with him because of I really don't like how he disrespected his former team.
I don't like when players disrespect their old teams as well. I mean, you don't even have to talk about Nunez. You can talk about my other team, Club Brugge. Artem Yashari, he promised us, I'm here for another season. I love this club. Then AC Milan came around, and we wanted to sell him for, was it 45 million or something like that? Yeah, which is very reasonable. I think it was double that money, to be honest. Well, not double, that's 90. But he was more than 45. This guy was protesting. He didn't even go to fan events. Like, he did not go to fan events. He did not go to a disability charity. Like, that rubbed me off wrong. Like as someone who's disabled, that completely rubbed me off wrong. did not even go to a charity for disabled people because he was protesting. Like, bro, I can't stand players like that. You are the absolute scum of the world. You think you're that important that you fuck over the club who has made you the player that you are, for starters, that you throw the fans to the mud. You're going to protest by what's not doing your job for the disabled. They've got the best job in the world and they can't even be bothered with going to this charity event. How fucking pathetic as a person do you have to be? Like that, I hate when players protest to leave a club. You're a millionaire. You're a millionaire and you're protesting about the stuff. Like, yeah, I get it. I get it.
Like he's bigger than the club. Yeah, that's to me. And if you're constantly like trying to leave and you're just talking about how you don't want to be here, like for years,
it's one thing to
really
want to leave.
the wrong way.
If you want to leave, you want to leave. That's fine. But don't go protest about it. Bernardo Silva has wanted to leave. Bernardo Silva's never protested.
That's a reason. Yeah, that's the person I'm alluding to here. We've been hearing Barcelona rumors for years.
Yeah, but he's never protested.
And then for somebody like that to keep saying he doesn't want to be here to the media and then gets rewarded by being club captain, that just bothers me.
No, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to leave. What is wrong?
Then go.
No, but Man City
shut
did
up
not
as
sell
soon
him.
as he got money to shut up.
Man City did not sell him. Man City did not sell him.
Nobody wanted to buy him.
Yeah, everyone wants to buy him.
He's had a release clause in his contract for 2 seasons. Nobody wants to buy him.
Nah, but at that point, he didn't want to leave anymore. And wanting to leave, stopping the treble.
Yeah, money makes you feel better, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe money makes you feel better.
For years and years, you kept being linked away. And I still remember when you clapped at the Etihad right before he signed a new contract.
What's wrong with going to your boss and saying, I'm going to get another job because they pay me double the money, and they say, well, we'll pay you triple? What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but go.
No,
just go.
I agree, just go. But he didn't get sold. So that's not his fault. But he did not protest. He did not protest about it. He played to his best ability whenever we called upon him. And now that he's got that money, he's been given the money to shut up, and he shut up. And he's now the captain. He's doing the best he can.
That for me doesn't absolve the past, though. That doesn't absolve it. Just because he shut up now, it still doesn't absolve it. Even Ederson on the way out, I was getting annoyed with him and just constantly him just not wanting to be here. I mean, sucks because I do like Ederson. I liked Ederson a lot, but the way he went out really bothered me. And I get it. I get there are other external factors, like the fans were just absolutely harassing him and his family. That is never okay. I don't condone any of that, but just the constant, I want to get out of here. It's like, then fucking then go.
On Ederson, I think Ederson is an exception because of how he was abused by the fans. Because he started saying, I want to get out of here after his wife got death threats. That's when he started to say that. So I can understand that. Again, it's not the right way to act.
Oh no, there's a Barcelona fan in the home end.
Oh dear. Don't worry. Don't worry. Barcelona and Man City fans at one and the same. It's good enough. Girona is just a Man City club.
Yeah. That's the only reason I'm watching is because I would not watch Girona otherwise. I don't even care that. I mean, even this season they were good. I don't even think I watched them. I'm just literally watching this for Victor Hayes scouting. I haven't really been paying attention to it.
It's actually very playing.
No.
Nah, I can't even get off the bench there.
I mean, it's only the 48th minute, so I'm imagining he'll come on. I'm surprised he's not starting games, but he didn't. Well, he hasn't played football in a year, so he doesn't have any match fitness. And it's his own doing, too. It's not like he was injured. He just, I mean, I guess he got injured in the Club World Cup, but he made a mistake, man. He shouldn't have, that loan to Leverkusen was stupid. Because first off, why are you rushing to go play with Eric Ten Hag? That's dumb. and then he got sacked like 2 days or like 2 weeks into it. And the guy just never played, and he never played for City. It's like with Naipan. Why did Naipan come back? Like
Ten Hag equaled the record for fastest sacking in Bundesliga history.
Wow. Well, dude, aren't Nottingham Forest now on their 4th manager this season? Like, what they do?
Well, they started with Nuno. They started with Nuno. Did they get Sean Dyche immediately after Nuno? Oh yeah,
and then it was and then it was
then Sean Dyche.
Sean Dyche.
Now who do they have now?
I don't know. I just saw it recently.
Yeah, they got a new guy now. So yeah, 4 managers. That's more goals than Saka this season.
Yeah. I saw that meme. Well, I hope they get relegated because if we're that heavily linked to Elliot Anderson and they get relegated, they can't. We can't. They're not going to. They can't get 100 million for a guy in the championship. The price will have to drop dramatically. So I hope
Yeah,
they get relegated.
these players, every player in the Premier League, or maybe not every player, but almost every player in the Premier League has a relegation clause. Like even at Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, they all have relegation clauses. So yeah, he's got a relegation clause in his contract. So it doesn't matter what Newcastle want. Newcastle. Forest want for him. If they get relegated, we just need to trigger the relegation clause and take him home. Doku has short, muscular legs. He'll always have muscle problems. Do you agree with that?
That to me is a bad sign because we've seen John Stones. How much time has he missed from muscular injuries? Do we really want to commit to that again? I am skeptical of that.
Yeah. I don't have short legs, so I don't know. I'm a daddy long legs. I don't know. Well, what City player would you like to meet? No, I mean, that's by the social as fuck. I can't lie. I don't do this by the social shit.
I don't know.
If I meet any of them, cheers. If not, I don't really care. Like they're employees at the end of the day. Doku seems chill, but while we're talking about him, he seems like a chill guy, but I don't want to meet him. Like I've never met this guy. Why would I?
I know he's very religious, so he's probably very grounded. So that could be maybe. I mean, it might be kind of boring. I wish Jack Grealish was still on the team because then I'd be like, I'd want to go hang out with Jack at the pub.
that Jack Grealish is a good one.
Drink with it. That'd be fun.
Grealish is a good one, but again, I don't want to meet these people. Like if I do meet them, cheers, but I don't actively want to meet these people. Like that's a bit parasocial, I think. Like I don't think you should make these like parasocial relationships with players. I think that's unhealthy.
You know what? Donnarumma seems like a guy you'd want to just hang out with on go to the Italian villa and drink wine and go wine tasting with.
Yeah,
seems like that kind of a guy.
I mean,
that is a trend here. I just want to go drink with them all.
If I can just get people to be rich, then sure, I'll go in the Euro Millions first, I suppose. Prediction: Man City, Newcastle. Right, we've not talked about that game at all, but we've done our.
We haven't even talked about the cup draw. Let's just we got 10 minutes left. I gotta go in 10 minutes, so we can knock that out real quick.
You want to talk about cup draw first?
Yeah, I don't really like the draw, but what can we do? I wish it was a home game, but I guess it saves us the embarrassment of more empty seats. Nobody wants to go to these games. They're so fed up with the ownership right now on the seating. But that's another stream. Yeah, hopefully we can make it 2 in a row at St. James in a cup competition. I believe Bruno G will be out, so that's a big help because he's like.
There you go.
But yeah, I think we'll go pretty strong in it because I think Pep really wants to go for these two domestic cups. I mean, obviously he's going to go for the Premier League, but just even if we can't win the Premier League, like winning an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup during a rebuild would be huge. Well, I mean, obviously winning the Premier League would be too, but it'd be. I think he's going to go for it. So I think he'll do a really strong 11, but he'll give Trafford the go. But to be fair, Trafford has held himself very well in these. Oh, is that a penalty? That can't be. No, it's not. Okay, thank God. I thought Barcelona got another pen. Oh no, that would have been Girona. Never mind. I forgot they switched sides. My bad. Sorry.
A big I should
do a game and while I'm doing a stream, but yeah, I think we'll go for it. I think we'll field a pretty strong team, and Trafford has held his own. I think he only conceded 1 goal in the whole Carabao Cup so far, and that was that Newcastle game because we played. What was it? A 2-0, and then there was like a 3-0 or 4-0 or something. No, that was a 2-1. My bad. I think we had that 2-1 where it was. God, what was that game? Remember we gave up that absolute cracker. So okay, so Trafford's only given up like what 2 goals maybe. What was that second game we played? Like Port Vale or not Port Vale. What was it?
In the league?
No, in the Carabao Cup we played like. Let me see if I can find it. I know we haven't given up a lot of goals. So Trafford. The point I'm trying to make, and I'm being really long-winded about it, is. Trafford has been excellent in the cup games. He's made some amazing saves. He was outstanding at St. James Park. in the Carabao Cup. So I think he's, I play him in this game. He's a cup keeper. So
Oh, you mean
I don't
Swansea?
feel unsafe. I don't feel unsafe with him in that game.
You mean Swansea?
Yeah, the Swansea game. Yeah, that was it. Swansea.
Yeah, that was 3-1. That was 3-1.
3-1, yeah. And the goal we gave up was like an absolute worldie. It was not just some like basic goal. It was like some crazy, like way outside the box, like miracle goal that we seem to be conceding a lot this season. I mean, you have a season where you go rewatch that Fulham game. All the goals they scored were insane. The scorpion kick.
Like, you win some, you lose some. Hey, Kelkster, are you in Norway to wear that Viking coat? I don't think that's a coat. I think that's a blanket.
No, this is a wearable blanket. I just wear it because I'm. The heating bills are expensive, so I wrap up in this blanket. My Sansa Stark. I think it's got to. Let me see if I get the. That's my Sansa Stark. My Sansa Stark. No, it's just a blanket. It's not. It's a wearable blanket.
Erling Haaland and Doku I want to meet, says Wim.
Nice. Yeah, well, good luck.
Doku is a Marv. Fuck him. Marv is Anderlecht fans. He can go fuck himself, I suppose.
More reason to get rid of him.
Yeah, fuck you. You're an Anderlecht fan. Vincent Company was an Anderlecht player, by the way. Absolutely hated them before they landed at City.
Again, for me, it's just the injuries with Doku. That's it. It's just the injury. There's too many injuries.
Yeah,
I'm not comfortable with the injuries.
You know, it's a lot of players from the Belgian league. Before they even land in the Premier League, I already hate them because they're from the Belgian league and they're really good in like the Belgian league for like a rival team. And I hate them a lot before they even arrive. Sergio Gomez, I hated Sergio Gomez when he arrived at first because he was an Anderlecht player. Yeah, but he played at Anderlecht.
What about De Bruyne?
He cooked us out of the first league title in my lifetime. You know, we would have won that league title. He scored a hat-trick for no reason. Just scored a hat-trick. Yeah.
Wow. Kevin De Bruyne ruining people's dreams. What a shock.
Yeah, out of no.
We've never seen that before.
No, I had not seen us win a title yet. Yeah, because we have like 8 years without a title, 10 years without a title, 8 years without a trophy.
Oh, what a chip! Oh, run! Oh, keeper's out. Never mind.
So we were on course to win a title, and Anderlecht was second. De Bruyne hat-trick. Okay, Anderlecht wins the title. Go fuck yourself, KDB.
I have a similar story because my first memory of De Bruyne was in the 2014 World Cup when he came on and absolutely bitch slapped USA. Was just doing everything, and I was like, "Fuck this guy!" I was like, "Who is this guy?" It made Tim Howard do like 14 like colossal saves, and it wasn't enough. We lost.
That's awesome. That's awesome to watch.
That was the first time I saw De Bruyne, and I was like, "Fuck this guy!" And then he signs for City 2 years later, and I was like, "God damn, not this guy!" But then I was like, "But wait, he's actually really good."
Yeah,
I didn't watch any Bundesliga.
That is amazing to watch. That is amazing to watch when he plays for you. But when he does play for you, you fucking hate him. Don't you?
God, I was just like, who is this guy? And I was like, God damn it, this guy who ruined my USA dream. Not that USA is ever going to do anything in a World Cup, but I was invested at the time. That looked like a winnable tie. That looked like a winnable draw in the R16. That looked like we could have won that for us getting, if we got to the quarterfinal, that would have been like the most successful World Cup for USA in quite some time. But no, De Bruyne had to come and ruin it. Oh. Yeah,
Lamine Yamal missed a penalty. He did to him. Fucking biblical.
He hit the post.
Imagine Barcelona bottle La Liga. Are they winning right now, Barca?
I think they're winning, but Real Madrid are kind of like.
No, I mean like this game.
I don't know what the table is. I think Barcelona have a lead.
I mean, are they winning against Girona?
I don't know. I only have this game on. I just had Barcelona just scored.
There you go. That's your answer, I suppose.
Cabarsi, I think, or was it Cabarsi to Yamal? I don't know. I've got to see it again. But Barcelona did just score. This is one of those games where I'm like, I wanted Girona to do something, but I'm like, I don't want Real Madrid to win the league. So
yes,
I don't have any feelings of. I don't have a La Liga team. I have nothing invested in that. My only investment for La Liga this season is Girona not getting relegated.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the only investment I have. I don't really, and also my other agenda is I hate Real Madrid, so I don't want them to win the league. So I don't care who wins it. I'm not saying I'm a Barcelona fan, but
we all hate Madrid.
Yeah.
Nasri joined Anderlecht after he played at City though, so I already liked Nasri. All right, though, we do have to wrap up here.
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
We haven't really talked about the Newcastle Premier League game, but I think we win. I'll just leave it there. They're not good.
Yeah.
They're not good, so I'll let you go now. I'll come back to chat a bit first, but I'll let you go because you do have to go, don't you?
Oh, you're gonna keep streaming for a bit?
Yeah, I'll keep streaming for like 5
well, I'll just say goodbye then. Thanks for having me, Alfie. I think it's our first Whining Monday, so we're slowly racking up the days of the week.
We have Thursday and Friday to go. Thursday is this Thursday.
We've done Whining Thursdays before. Plenty of Whining Tuesday. Yeah, we have. We've definitely done Whining Thursdays. I think this is the first Whining. I think we've even done a Whining Friday. I'd have to look back on it, but one of these years we'll actually get Whining. Well, maybe not. I don't know what time when Brugge played next. Did they play next Wednesday or next Tuesday?
I'll check right now. I'll tell you.
No.
Bruges almost always play on Wednesday, by the way. Next week it is Tuesday. We're gonna have a Whining Wednesday for once.
The return of Whining Wednesday,
which was the original name of the show.
The original name of the show. Very tongue-in-cheek name too. We just do it for fun because there were several weeks we had nothing to whine about. We had to make something up because we're professionals here, professional whiners.
But then we whine about.
Girona just scored. It's 1-1. Okay, this game's getting excited. But anyways, I'll let you finish your stream. Thanks for having me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Awesome. So that's guys, Barcelona bottle job. It is happening, guys. Barcelona bottle job. We will be there. Goal Girona. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I don't need this anymore. Let me just talk a bit about the Newcastle game because Gal has to go. I'm not going to keep her here. She has a job. Terrible thing, I know. She's got a job, so I'm going to let her go. But I do want to talk a bit about the Newcastle game. I think we're winning. For the start, I think we're winning that Newcastle game. Listen, Newcastle just, when they don't have their fullbacks, they're so brittle. They're so reliant on those fullbacks. When they don't have that, they're shit without those fullbacks. I can't lie. Their midfield, not that good. I think their midfield is hella overrated. Their front three is Harvey Barnes FC right now. Anthony Gordon having an awful, awful season. So I think right now, you look at this Newcastle team, this is a beatable team. I think, like, it is no fluke that we beat them 5-1. That's not a fluke. What is a fluke is that they beat us at St. James Park. That is a fluke. I see us winning like 3-0. I'm not trying to be arrogant yet. I'll see us winning 3-0 against this Newcastle side. If I'm wrong, then this is a bit embarrassing, but I'll see us winning 3-0 against this Newcastle side. So, and you talk about talking about Arsenal, by the way. You look at Arsenal right now. Where are they going right now? Are they gonna bottle the title? Arsenal just stopped points against Brentford. I talked about this with Calc, yeah? Is everything great and happy and all that? Girona scored biblical, bro. Biblical. Is everything going great there? Not at Girona, at Arsenal. I'm not gonna say they're gonna bottle it yet. But are they? People keep writing off this Man City team. But then it's all for drama. Arsenal have won the title. And then City are winning the title. And then the next week, Arsenal has won the title. Calm down with the bipolar personality disorder, yeah? Calm down for the moment. We have no right to be this close to a league title. We should not be anywhere near it. But we are. Why? I have said this 4th time. Second half of the season is when Man City is king. It don't matter if it's a shit City team. Second half of the season, we are that team. You can't be giving us chance after chance. It's like you push someone around, and they don't want to fight you yet. They don't want to fight you. So you push them, and they walk away. I got this from Dabs, by the way, this analogy. Big up to Dabs. You push them around, and they don't want to fight. So they try to go away. You go after them, you push them around, they try to go away. But at some point, you push that guy too much, you're going to get the fucking fist in your face. You're going to get an undercut, you're going to get a haymaker, you're going to go down on the floor at some point. If you keep fucking around, you're going to find out. Arsenal needs to stop fucking around too. So this Newcastle game, yeah, a lot of these games, I think Newcastle is our toughest game that we've got left until we play Chelsea and Arsenal, which are the two title deciders for me. We win both those games, I'm fully convinced we win the league title. Go beat Newcastle comfortably. Go show we're not faced. Go bitch slap Leeds. That should be an easy game. Go beat Forest. Suddenly you've got this winning run going. Of how many games do we have now? 2 in the Premier League alone. So at Anfield we won, of course. Before that we drew against Spurs, then we beat Fulham, then you beat Newcastle. Okay, suddenly you've got 2 easy games here. Leeds, Forest at home, that's 2 easy games. 3 easy games. West Ham. Suddenly you've got 6 wins in a row. You're talking about Man City teams, yeah? Well, not you, I'm talking about it. That go win 10 games in a row to win a title. You beat Newcastle, and you beat the teams you're expected to beat. Very quickly, you're at 6-7 wins in a row. Oh, fuck's sake. I did not mean to do that. Suddenly, you're at 6 or 7 wins in a row, because Crystal Palace is in there as well, but that could be postponed. Just like that. Before you go play Chelsea, and then you go play Chelsea, yeah? And then you go play Arsenal, but you've won 6 or 7 games in a row. And then you win those 2. You're flying high. You fly high on confidence. Confidence can win you titles. This Newcastle game, for me, is the break. It's like the breaker between a purple patch and just good form. A purple patch, you have a few good games, but you're not that team. If you beat Newcastle, for me, that is the breaker between a purple patch and you're just in good form. Go slap Newcastle up. I believe we can. I think we will. And if we do, and Arsenal continue to drop points, we will win the title. I've said this before as well. I don't think this is a title about us being better than Arsenal. I think this is a title about Arsenal being worse than us. Other than Cherky, who is the best winger in the league? If we talk just this season, you could say Semenyo, maybe. I think it's Salah. I do still think it is Salah. I don't think Salah is finished. I mean, I think he's finished relative to what he was before, but I don't think he's completely done out. Harvey Barnes is a good shout if we're solely talking about this season. Trossard is in there. He's had a really good season. Cole Palmer is a very good winger. I don't rate him as a midfielder, though. I think he's a winger. There's a few good wingers in the league. I won't say anyone is the best other than Cherky. Maybe I'd say Salah. I think I'd still say Salah. I think people disrespect Salah too much, just like people disrespected De Bruyne too much in his last season, I think. They're not really finished, but they're not what they used to be. But that doesn't mean they're not quality anymore. Why do you think Arsenal bottle in the second half usually? Will they do it again? Give a concrete answer, not just Arteta is shit. Well, I disagree with your premise. I don't think Arteta is shit. I think he's a poor manager. I don't think he's a poor coach. I've talked about this 1,000 times. Nobody cares, I know. But concretely, why do they bottle in the second half? It's because everyone turns up the turns on the switch. Because think about it this way. Mid-table teams like Brentford, like Newcastle this season, specifically. Crystal Palace. I'll take in Europe this season. But all these mid-table teams, Burnley even, Leeds, when do they stop playing 2-3 games a week? It's in the final third of the season. In this final third of the season, mid-table teams stop playing 3 games a week. They go to 1 or 2 games a week. Whereas the big teams are still playing 3 games a week. So then you get into the final third portion of the season. No games other than the Premier League for mid-table teams. Now, these mid-table teams are playing their best 11 every game. Every game. And they're completely fit because they have only 1 game a week. And if you're coming in playing 3 games a week and you're not ready for that extra level above, then you bottle a title. And I think that's what Arsenal have had the problem with quite frequently. Am I saying that's going to happen this season? I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that's what happened in the past. So if that happens again this season, that will be why. I think it's that simple, in my opinion. We can do it, Alf. I fully agree with you. I fully agree with you. Big up Baron, by the way. I saw you in my post as well. Very unfortunate that I'm just about to end the stream, but big up Baron. Thank you for coming in right at the end. My apologies for rounding up just as you came in, bro. But yeah, I think we beat Newcastle. Thank you to Kelkster for coming on earlier. I had to let her go a bit early because she has this horrible, horrible thing called a job. I know. Terrible thing to have a job, I know. I know most of you guys are running most of your life from a job. I'm kidding. Don't take it too serious. But yeah, I'm going to go as well because I've got sleep to worry about. I'm in holiday right now. Vacation, should I say. I'm on a vacation right now. So do me a favor for my vacation. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It does help out a ton. I'm going to be going back to not daily content, almost daily content. Like I'll miss a day here or there, but almost daily content. So it's good to be back. It is good to be back to YouTube. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm redirecting you guys. Redirecting you guys to a Man United fan. Be nice. It's a Man United fan, but don't be trolls. Come on, be nice. Be nice. So I'm redirecting you guys over there. Alfred, I'll see you guys over there. Bye.